Crypto fans, I got some good news for you. HBAR fans, whoa, did we just hit a wall at the 25-cent mark? Girlfriend said no. XRP fans, we'll talk price because I've got good news for you as well. Stablecoins, yeah, they're hot, along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Just going through some old pictures, some adventures from years ago, mountain peaks, places high and low. What's up, everyone? I've got good news. That's what's up. Before we get into that good news, your comments come first because you, the viewer, matter most. Wound Healer starts us off, says, love your videos. Almost alt season. Let's go. Love from Afghanistan. Far away. Shout out to you, kind crypto fan. Red Corner DC says, Powell couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. Well, here's the problem. He ran that boat on the beach, so when he falls out of it, he's hitting the sand. Little nautical humor for everyone on this Sunday. A bunch of X's with the B70I says XRP better perform when the ETFs drop. Could be the most embarrassing 8 years wait, as XRP can't even break through 380 from nearly 9 years ago. Hope I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm very optimistic on the XRP ETFs. Altcoin season, we're still pushing. I've got good news for alts. We're at 64 out of 100 right now. Volume, we're starting to get into the weekend slump, down 21%, $132 billion. We're used to this though. But $132 billion is nothing to sneeze at. Exchanges are still making money. Crypto news is still pumping, and a bunch of players out there are still beating BTC. There's BTC, the orange right there for the sailor crew in the house. Let's get into it. Solana TVL hits 13 billion, all-time high. Will Sol follow with the new price highs? Well, let's talk about Sol. Sitting at 244, up 2.5% here in the last 24 hours. Sol looking pretty good as of late. TVL looking good at 13 billion. Stablecoin juice, well, $12.48 billion. The majority of it being USDC. Okay. As buying activity grows, Sol prices surged nearly 25% in the past week. The question is now whether this wave of network growth will be enough to propel the altcoin to record price levels. We've seen that network activity really hasn't done much for players. It's good for keeping you relevant in the news, but tying it to price action really hasn't been a one-to-one correlation, has it? I mean, we definitely haven't seen that play out. According to DeFi Llama, Solana's DeFi TVL currently sits at an all-time high of 13.38 billion, rocketing 18% in the past week. So Solana rocketed in the DeFi world along with the stablecoin world. Data from Artemis confirms this trend, showing that Solana has experienced an uptick in daily active addresses and transactions. According to the on-chain data provider, in the past week, for example, the number of daily active addresses involved in at least one Sol transaction has increased by 37%. So, Sol hot there. Hot in the stables. Gold hot as well. Welcome to stablecoin season. Why every bank wants in? Well, every bank wants in on stables. Stables are hot. Stables have regs. Stables have protection, guidance from, yes, the government. Banks want pieces of it. Banks want all of it. Gold is juicy. But whoa, Sol is hot. Other alts are hot. Crypto alt season is really juicy right now. Look, here's BTC at the bottom of my screen. Look at all the other alts right now that are beating BTC over the last 90 days. And we know crypto is more about a what did you do for me recently thing, right? Look at all this action right here. XRP blowing the doors off of it. ADA, XLM, HBAR, Arbitrum, Doge, Sol, ETH, a whole bunch of them, right? So, even though gold is moving, even though stable coins are freaking roaring, banks are getting into stable coins, every player's getting into stables, all this stuff is going on, Powell is being weird, we don't know when regs are going to happen, altcoins are moving, they're roaring. Altcoins are seeing increases in TVL, increases in DeFi activity. Crypto is here to stay, everyone. And yes, the alts have more fuel left to be thrown into that mix. So the good news is big. It's that we're moving without even the news being for us yet. So think about that. When was the last time that risk things like gold, right? Because gold's a total safe haven play. Gold is roaring. Look at this. Come on. Look at this move right here in gold. From 3,000 in April, roaring to 3,600 right now. Gold is moving. So it's saying, yo, things are risky right now. So safe haven is roaring. And yet at the same time, crypto is making a move too? Yeah, because crypto's real, baby. So this is good. Now, HBAR did run into some resistance at the 25 mark. In fact, it got to what, everyone? Got to a high of 25.47, got pushed on down. Volume, $250 million. Okay, so not bad, but got rejected at that 25 mark. So developing a floor for HBAR is a little bit of a different story. North of 21 cents, okay, but rejection at the 25 mark. We saw in this most recent move in the last month, rejection at the 26, so 26, 25 cent mark. That's telling you right now, HBAR fans, that's where the market is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're taking our profits at that point. We're letting you buy and accumulate way below that. So there's some ranges for you. It's a good 20% swing. Yeah, that's where the interest comes in right there. So a lot of market participants are playing within those boundaries. HBAR fans, pay attention. ETFs coming up too. Spot ETFs. Will that get you across the hurdle? Why do I bring your comments up in the beginning? Well, because they matter, right? Just like a bunch of X's said XRP better perform when the ETFs drop, HBAR better perform as well. Speaking of performance, XRP starting to move. Get up here, we get to the highs of 318, and then what? We start getting pushed on down, but that's okay. We're waiting on the ETFs. We're waiting on Powell, and we're waiting on the regs. And again, gold is stealing the thunder, and yet look at what's happening. XRP is still what, everyone? Roaring. The one-year chart of XRP, guess what? The one-year chart of gold. Both are going up, and both are roaring. One is for risk. One is for safe haven. The world is going bonkers. Why? Because both are freaking moving. Because the world is looking forward, and the world is also pricing in risk. So yes, crypto is risky, but it's also here to stay. That is freaking good. Why? Because we're moving without the juice even being here yet. And really think about that time period. 1 year is a really solid chunk of data. We've had a lot of things happen. We've had risk assets roar. We've had the safe haven roar. That tells you that the risk assets, although being really risky, and I know I keep saying risk assets wrong, it's really hard for me to say, come on now, everyone, but those risk assets like crypto are doing it despite the fact that the world is saying, yo, there's so much uncertainty, even though this group right here is super risky and it's expensive to play in that risky pool, we're still cool with it. We're still going to grow that asset class. That asset class is still increasing in TVL, still seeing more stables run on those chains. You're still seeing more DeFi activity. You're seeing growth in that sector. You're still seeing VC money thrown into there. And that's why money is expensive. So as money gets cheaper, as Fed starts lowering rates, VC is going to throw more money into it. Awesome action, everyone. And that's why I'm excited. Because you know what? As we get the regs, it's going to unlock more money. As we get the ETFs, it's going to unlock even more. So yeah, juice, it's good now. But it's going to get juicier with the regs and the ETFs. Now, if we don't get the price action with the ETFs, letdown. Total nothing burger. Opposite of a nothing burger. That's like a regurgitation burger. I don't know what you call that. A bulimia burger, maybe? I don't know. And if that's the case, suckfest. But the regs are at least going to bring in more money because there's a lot of people on the sideline going, yo, we just don't want to get into it until we have protection. We've seen that with the stables. And gonna see it with the alts. So choo-choo what? Choo-choo the fact that crypto is roaring while safe haven's also roaring. And this is coming from a guy who's big into safe haven stuff. I'm a big gold silver person. So choo-choo bitches.